Hey, this phone mount that I got is one of the few phone mounts that has not broken in a month. The downside is it does not hold the phone horizontally. It'll only hold the phone vertically. And unfortunately, as you all know, the GoPro is a piece of shit that you can't live stream from half the time. So this is the best that you get. So today we are testing out this Bac800 controller from Electric Race. I think Electric Race Technologies or Electric Race something. Now, one of the main issues with this controller is that it has this really silly feature where when you turn off the throttle, it keeps going. It's one of those, no, it's not a bug. And so as I was saying, this is one of those, it's not a bug, it's a feature things. Let me repeat. This controller comes programmed so that when you turn on the throttle, like this, it will actually keep throttling, even if you don't have the throttle on. So right now I'm using about 1.5 amps, and it's just chilling. It's continuing to go. Like, I don't care that I don't have the throttle on. It's just going to keep going and 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 going. Now, if you hit the brakes, it stops itself for about a little bit, but it's still actually using 0.5 amp. So you have to come to a complete stop, which means that while the motor is getting power put through it, you're engaging the brakes, which is absolutely beyond retarded. And there's also no way that I can. And here's the best part. This is my favorite part of this controller. You ready? It tells you that it has this automatic feature on the bottom of the instructions that come with it, but the screenshot on the website does not tell you it has this feature. So you actually have to buy the controller to figure out that it has this auto throttle feature that it does not tell you how to turn off. This is the height of Paul Daniels level programming right here. Anyway, we're gonna test this thing and see how fast it is. I just turned off the pedal assist garbage. I unplugged that shit because that was driving me nuts. I forgot that I plugged it in yesterday. Bullshit. Also, this thing seems to be hard capped at 45 amps, even though the battery can do 60. I gotta figure out a way around that. So I asked the place that sold it to me about programming it, and I also asked the company that actually makes the controller. They don't have the software available on their website, so. There we go, much better view. Sorry for the disconnect. Android was being shit. So, yeah, sorry about the portrait view, everybody. This phone mount does not let me put the phone in landscape. I can't stream from the GoPro because, I mean, it's a GoPro. I did a 30-minute video trying to stream from the GoPro. Anyway, so we're going to be testing out this controller that just automatically throttles itself even after you take your hand off the throttle. The upside is it's pretty fucking fast. So I don't gotta ride in the bike lane. I can ride in the street if I wanted to. Bike lane, bike lane, bike lane. Look at that Uber with his turn signal on. That is unheard of in New York City. Unheard of. Wait a second. He's not turning. He's parking in the fucking bike lane. I was just about to praise you. I was praising him. I said, look at that guy. He put a turn signal on a turn. He didn't. He had a turn signal on so he could cut me off from the bike lane. Right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Great job, jaywalker. That wasn't a jaywalker, that was a jayrunner. That guy was asking for death right there. Had I kept, because think of it, there was a truck in my way, so I had no view of it. There was no view there. We have traffic now due to idiots, but the great part about a bike is when there's traffic due to stupidity, I can just go around it. See, this is stupidity-induced traffic. I really do have to get used to this concept that brakes don't work as brakes. Because I know I'm used to this crazy thing where when you take your hand off the throttle and engage the brakes, the motor stops pumping power. The controller stops pumping power to the motor. Yeah, there's some people here who mods you can build you a battery at any voltage. I don't need a new battery. What I really need is a way to program this controller so that it does not send power to the motor when my fucking throttle is not engaged. That's what I need. Now, I emailed Electric Race, the company that sold me it. I also emailed the OEM of the controller. Apparently, they have some software called BAC Door, which sounds kind of dirty in an anal porn, cut your cussing kind of way, but the controller is called the Bac800. So they make software called Backdoor. Again, sounds very cut your cussing movie kind of dirty. I called them, I emailed them, and they said, yeah, we'll email this person and they may get back to you about the software. Hey, lovely. It really makes me feel better about the Kevin-esque customer service that we offer when I see how bad the customer service you get from other companies is. Like, you don't have a link to the software for the controller on your website. If I contact you saying, I'm paying $450 for this controller, can I have the software, please? I'm willing to pay for it. I can send it to somebody else. Like, at times where I feel like our customer service isn't up to par, there's no IVR when you call us. We answer the phone faster than 911. And you get a fucking answer when you're on the phone with us as to whatever it is. None of this call you back shit. Unless you're an impatient customer that sent us a repair and it just got here 2 minutes ago and you want status on it. But that's different. Alright. Now this is the stretch where I really get to see how this thing performs, because this is where all the cars start passing me. It's a straight road where I don't usually have the power to keep up with the cars with this stock thing control. Unfortunately, I don't get to tap very well because I'm behind some very, very stupid traffic. Alright. I did not meet a single person crossing the street when they weren't supposed to in minivan land today. That's got to be a record. This autopilot shit is really pissing me off. It's using 2 amps right now. I have no throttle engaged. Look, see that? My hand is off the throttle. Hand is off the throttle. You're putting 2 amps into my motor. Why? Who programmed this shit? Who coded this? Who thought this was a good fucking feature? Who thought this was safe? Who in their right mind thought, let's just make it so that it puts amperage through the fucking motor when you're not on the throttle? Because that's not going to get anybody killed. I love it. I got to show you a picture of the sheet. Literally, the part of the sheet where it says that this is a feature, not a bug, a feature, is on the sheet that comes with the motor and is cropped out of the instruction sheet on the website where you buy the motor. You can't make this shit up. You controller with region braking. I need a controller that does not auto throttle. Let's get the basics down before we upgrade to that. I guess cruise control is going to be kind of cool for the bridge. I suppose cruise control will be like, that's the thing, at least in a car. The last time I was in a car where I actually sat in the driver's seat was my mom's Pontiac Grand Prix from 1992. I don't know much about cars, but I do know that on her car that had a cruise control, it came with the switch so that you could turn this shit on and off. Yeah, this now, I got 2.5 amps of cruise control. Why? Why are you putting 180 watts into the motor without a throttle? Okay, let's test with the acceleration up the hill. This is usually where I would kill these motors in the past. Holy fuck. Why are you walking in the bike section of the bridge? For using the bike lane rather than the walking lane to my left, yes. But as I hit the brakes to slow down so that I could go around them safely, the controller decided to continuously add amperage to the motor, undoing my braking. Again, I asked the question, why is this a feature? And why is this a feature that does not have a fucking switch? I tried to go between these two cyclists here, but I don't want to die, so I'm not. But I have seen people do that kind of shit where they try to poke around a cyclist that's slow in front of them that's not pedaling, and a cyclist to the left that's going in the opposite direction. And that's, in my opinion, that's a great way to die. When it comes to wings. I don't do any of that. I don't hate my life that much, but I have seen people do that on the bridge. They are much braver than I am. Oh, Jesus, it's a green light. It's a green light. What the hell are you all doing? What the F are you all doing? You ruined a good green light. Listen. Again, this is why having a car in New York City sucks. Because with the way the cars are too big. They're just too big. I consider the car, at least to get around in a city like New York, this is just obsolete technology. So you see that there was a green light, but nobody was moving. And if one idiot is not moving, everybody behind that idiot is now stuck. It's terrible technology. It's wasteful. I'm not not even trying to come from it. It's from some environmentalist, socialist, Alexandria Cortez kind of horseshit. Like, seize the means of production and get rid of all the airplanes thing. It's just, it's slower. Like, it's legitimately slower. And boring. You have to wait. Terrible. Alright, so this is a school zone, so we're going to go nice and slow. Because you may see a kid run across the street. You know what the irony is? The kids are the ones that actually know not to run across the street. It's the adults that decide to jaywalk and just run into the light. Like, that's what normally happens. I don't think I've ever gone through a school zone and actually seen a kid run across the street to do something like that. The kids are smart. It's the adults that are stupid. So there's somebody behind me, and they are riding right up on me because they're pissed that I'm actually going the speed limit in the school zone. Dare I not want to kill children? Fuck you. He did that thing where he looked at me and he put his hand in the steering wheel, then put it up and shook his head and then put it back down. Like, hey, jackass, it is a fucking red light. And B, it's a school zone. Like, you want to break the speed limit on a highway? Fine. I'm not going to kill a kid because you're being an asshole. Put your hand on the horn. Put your hands on the horn. I will key your car and fuck you with this bang. He's doing it again. And now he's like driving to the point where his bumper is just barely touching my tire. I need to get a rear cam for when this kind of shit happens. Because you're missing out on a lot by not seeing what's behind my bike. Alright. I gotta figure out how to stream with a dual cam, or I know that YouTube does 360-degree cameras in streaming. I'm kind of curious if it's possible to do that from a cell phone. Because I don't see the point in a 360 camera for my office. Because when I'm doing a normal repair video, I want you to focus on what is right, on what I'm choosing to tell you to focus on. This section of board, this section of a machine. But when it comes to avoiding my bike, I want you to focus on just how effing retarded 99% of the people who drive in New York are. And that's all around you. There's not one set of place to focus. Oh my God, this is powerful. All right, First Avenue should be a stretch once the light turns green where I can show you some real power of this motor. You guys ready? We've got about 35 seconds before the light turns. I'm gonna show you some real unadulterated motor power before we get to the store. Okay, 5 seconds. 3 seconds. 2, 1, go. Jeez, I can't do it. The lights are not changing at my speed. These traffic lights need an upgrade to keep up with this controller. Holy shit! I wish this was a straightaway. It's like driving a Ferrari in Midtown Manhattan traffic. You just feel so... It's like watching a cussing video with your hands tied behind your back. It's no fun. Hello, I have...
Your cat eyes.
Vroom. Oh, you're streaming. Vroom.
Why is your chair like half off?
Yeah. This thing keeps falling off. I gotta figure out why it does that.
Fuck, why?
Sorry. Sorry, Olga. Hello, Olga. How are you? Hello, Kabir. How are you? Sorry. Oh, too tiny to go through. Oh, you just bite it. Vroom. Vroom. Look at my seat. Look at the seat.
What happened?
Bump.
Again? Thank God nobody's sitting.
Did I tell you that this motor has a check? Steve, you're never going to believe this. So on the website, that's Electric Race Technologies that sells this, there's a sheet with the instructions. And there's one piece that's on the instructions, the sheet that comes with it, that's not on the website. And that's a special feature. Can you guess? It keeps the throttle engaged when you're not using the throttle. Look at this. For people who think I'm making this up, see where it said motor auto engagement? The motor will auto engage on its own, even off throttle. That feature, this on the website, when they advertise this is how it's advertised. This sheet is like this. You can't go check Electric Technologies right now. This is how it's advertised, like this. This little piece is not on their website. This little, oh yeah, it's an extra. Yeah, we're just gonna engage the motor when you're not using the throttle, so you die.
Did you crash into something?
Almost.
Almost.
Look at this, Paul. See this sheet of paper? See this little part that you think is very important, motor auto engagement? The motor will auto engage on its own, even off throttle. So it's going to go even when you're not telling it to go?
That's kind of important knowledge.
Yeah, the fucking website. This is folded. It's folded like this. They have this entire sheet on the website. But this little part is left out, so you don't know until you buy it that it's a suicide machine.
That's very dangerous.
No, so I contacted the company that makes this, Accelerate Systems, asking if I could get a copy of the software. They ignored me, so I called them up and they said, oh yeah, email this person. They're not here right now. They may be able to get you the software. I would like to program this to not be a suicide machine.
So they have the same programming software like the Fang.
Yeah, so it's a programming software. You plug it in and you can mess with the settings. But
Cool. Yeah. Because this needs to stop.
yes, this is fucking dumb.
That's
And listen,
stupid.
if this is here, fine. Okay, put it on the website. Don't crop this shit out of what you're selling. People are not going to believe me. Check the web. This is. So see this little thing over here, motor auto engagement, which says the motor will auto engage on its own, even off throttle.
Yeah.
That means that it's going to send 2 to 3 amps to the motor, even when the throttle is not on.
Yeah.
So when I turn the throttle off, it's still going to throttle.
Yeah.
So when I tell it to stop going, it's still going to go. So on this is the instruction sheet it comes with. Now on the website, when you buy this, they have this sheet there, except it looks like this. So this little piece of information that is quite pertinent is not.
So this is not used for. This shouldn't be used for bikes, right? Because you can't.
No, this shouldn't be used unless you want to kill it. This is a suicide machine.
You absolutely need brake switches for this.
Yeah, you need brake switches, and I don't have brake switches because I have hydraulic brakes, and the thing comes with mechanical disc brake levers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to hook up a button to that thing. Yeah. So you have this. So what's this? This plugs in.
That's the plug for the brakes.
Okay, so I have to figure out which pins are there, and then I have to. I have to figure out how to make a manual brake switch.
Either that, or you can get hydraulic brake switches.
You can, but I want to write it now. But this is so much fun. All right, I'll see you all in the next one. Sorry, I'm salty, but the bike controller tried to kill me. So.